Hi, Carolyn Kearney here at Powell Arts, and I'm standing with the multi-talented Maureen Bowie in front of one of her 3 pieces that will be in the Marvelous and Unusual, and also 2 of her custom furniture pieces, this beautiful handmade bench and this lovely one-of-a-kind table. Maureen, while we stand with this furniture, can you please introduce us to your piece?
Sure. This piece is called Generations. It's part of a ongoing series that I was working on that is part of a renovation series. And
We have 2 other pieces from that series right now, and there's a couple others too, which are also great.
I consider it like sustainable art because it is materials that were definitely going to be trashed.
Mm-hmm.
They were pulled out of a home. So I kind of kept certain pieces and created a piece of art. So that is why this is called Generations. Because
1, you're generating it, 2, it's lasted generations, and 3, it'll last to the next generation.
True, because this is probably 30, 40 years old.
So is this made of, I'm going to touch it, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. It's
I always
silky.
touch it. So is this something you made on this piece, or this is something you integrated in?
That is exactly what it was. It got broke though. I mean, I cut it down.
What is
larger.
this?
It is floorboard. So you put that down under.
I was going to say like the underfloor.
To tile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So,
cool.
you cement it down. And the other side is just as interesting. Because you can't see it.
I know.
but
Maureen, you
mounted.
have to peek.
Mounted. No, you can't see it through the back.
Oh,
But
okay.
I have a larger piece in my studio, and that is like, I was looking at it thinking, why does that look so different? And I realized, oh, that's the back.
That's
So
so they're like inverses.
that has a pattern as well. And then this is tar paper that came out of the house, and then another black paper over that because I really wasn't liking the look of the tar paper.
And then what did you finish it with?
Cold wax medium.
You're our signature cold wax artiste. Is this cement? What is this?
It would be, yeah. It's like a cement board. It's stone.
What is this here?
It's part of this board. It's
Really?
see through there, and all this is
Oh, yeah,
part
you
of the
can
board.
see it
That's
here.
how they mesh it together. And then under this, you can see writing on paper. This.
Oh, I thought the mesh to this was just the piece, and then that you had adhered it with this.
No,
That's
it's
so
all
cool.
within it. Maybe I added that extra piece of mesh, but then if you look at this, that is, I'm going to be at a loss for words now. What do you call that when you buy a home and it's the
An architectural plan.
It is, but it's the from the title company.
Oh,
the,
yeah.
The zoning, the drawing. Of
Yes.
It. So since this came out of my house, I used my actual, and it even says, I can't read it from here, but something about the fence line.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, I was liking that. I was like, is our fence line off or on? Or
I like how you're taking pieces of your own personal history and using it to ruminate on sustainability, generations, the things that we use and the things that we leave behind to other people. And so to me, it's so beautiful that you put like the zoning plan from your titling. That looks great. And your compositions are always really strong. I love that this is smoother, silkier in black, and then this is completely, this is an obvious grid with all of this materiality in here. The way you're mirroring words here and words here. We talk about this a lot, but how do you think of balance? I think balance is a better word for your work than composition, because you do think about the composition, but you're also really good at balance.
I don't think I think about it when I'm working on it. I guess as an artist, it just comes out with composition and
You just do it naturally.
perspective, and I don't know what else to call it. But if you look at, like you're saying, grid, you have to look at that closely or on angles to see these are all black squares.
Yeah, they're little.
Just to offset that.
And one of the things that, and we talked about this with your last piece, Shallow, one of the things I really value about your grids is you use them as a grid but you also incorporate texture and lines that move you through that space so that it becomes a building and traveling through these grids or these architectural things that guide our eye around and tell a story of the space, which I think is beautiful. I also love, there's also like a golden texture within this.
Yeah, it's chalk rubbed in it.
It's beautiful. And we always talk about your patinas. Your, like, I love, can I touch this too? I love these wrinkles that almost look like veining that you put into it. There's so much like love and like skill and burnishing that you put into your work that make them luxe and yet they feel really
Probably
homey.
from being a decorative artist and working on surfaces, which kind of goes into artwork.
But you're also so nuanced because you are patient and willing to put the levels of care into each level so that at the end you're like, wow, this is really lustrous.
Yeah,
So,
I kind of worked way too many hours on certain things, but it is what it is.
I feel like that's part of being an artist, like being a little bit too, like whether you're talking about like a craftsman or anything like that, like the best ones always put a little bit too much in it because they really care. They put themselves into it.
Yeah.
So I love this piece. I love the 2 other pieces that we have in the show. We love this furniture.
Thank you.
We have truly, Maureen is multi-talented, and we hope you come to see all of her works here at Powell Arts from now through this time, the end of the Marvelous Unusual on July 16th, but hopefully a ton in the future too.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.